Is my mom gonna be in Washington next week without me? Literally all I want in this life is to go to Forks, Washington. Yes, absolutely. Am I salty about it? Yes, absolutely. But it is supposed to rain like the next 3-4 days, so I'm kind of getting a taste of what I'm after, you know? You can probably tell because my hair is just not as curly as it usually is. That's the humidity for you. Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I love to talk about books, music, Taylor Swift, that sort of thing. This is my first Twilight related content, but probably not the last. You know, we've hit spooky season now, so the fall time vibes just are Twilight for me. So I kind of wanted to kick off that season with this sort of video. I also think I want to do a reading vlog for Midnight Sun because I haven't read that yet. Let me know down below if that sounds like something you'd want to watch. But today we're going to be ranking all of the Twilight characters. I think this would be so much fun because they just have me feeling some type of way, and the way my opinions have changed since I was like 9 years old when I first read the series. I just have so much nostalgia for Twilight, you know, love it or hate it. I would say I love and hate it. It's my childhood. So today we're gonna kind of try to figure out who is the best Twilight character, if there is one. So first we're starting off with Carlisle, the doctor of my dreams. Okay, why did Twilight have such good dads though? I don't even want to think about that in relation to the level of my childhood obsession with this series. He's superior. I don't even, oh my god, I would love to have an entire book just of Carlisle's life because he's like the oldest one out of the Cullen clan. Jasper, okay. We need to learn to interpret red flags for what they are. This is a Confederate soldier. We don't like that. You know, I don't like what he's done as far as the kind of flags I have to see when I'm driving down literally any residential road in my hometown in the South. I don't like what he's done for that. He really gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't want to be too judgmental because like he's a product of his time. You know, if he would have been born much later in history, things might have been different, but he creeps me out. I guess he can stay. Who's this guy? One of the high school simps. I don't even remember his name. What was even the point of Bella's high school friends? She didn't even like them anyways. I hate Bella. He's just gonna go right in there. Okay, next we have, is that Jacob? That looks like an incorrect form of Jacob. I would use him as a bulletproof vest. No hate if you're team Jacob. I just never could get myself to like that. Even as a child, I had a lot of friends who were team Jacob, and I would kind of try to relate to them because like, yeah, I guess in a physical sense he's probably more attractive, but his incel energy is so astronomical, out of this world. Especially when I reread the series recently, it just hits so much harder. Like the way he acts is nauseating. Okay, unfortunately Edward was my very first book crush. Okay, this was the romance duo that really got me into young adult, even though as I've gotten older I've grown to absolutely completely dislike Bella. I wouldn't say hate because hate is reserved for Jacob, but I don't like Bella. She's very bland. She has no hobbies. However, I have seen a theory that maybe Bella is autistic just based on the kind of traits she has. And if that's the case, I definitely have a different opinion, but Stephanie Meyer's never come out and confirmed this. So, you know, I do like the character of Bella being something that autistic people can relate to, but like you need to confirm it, Stephanie, you know what I mean? For me to fully like her. However, with Edward, because I absolutely fell in love with him very much from the start, I need to expose myself to his problematic behavior, and I'm kind of starting to recognize that. The controlling, the creepiness of him as well. I understand it, but also, oh my god, when he brought Bella home, he was a reader. First of all, he read books. Strike number one for me. That is a weak spot. Oh my god, a man who reads. I say it like it's so uncommon, but like, anyways, and then Bella comes to his house. Then and only then did she realize that he plays the piano beautifully. Okay, I went to music school. I have a degree in music industry. The kind of people who play piano that well, you know about that before you even know them, typically. The fact that Edward played so amazingly and was so talented, but it was not his entire personality trait, was something that completely had me in a chokehold. I don't blame Bella, okay, because of that. It's just something, as a 9-year-old surrounded by a bunch of other musical people, I don't blame her. I don't blame her, okay? I don't blame Bella at all. He'd have started playing, I'd have started taking my clothes off. I'm so sorry. My mom watches this channel. Anyways, I'm gonna get hate for this. I understand his flaws, and I need to understand them a little more, probably based on this ranking. You probably agree with me. I hate that that's what it was for me. It's just like he starts playing the piano, he shows me his favorite book, and I'm rose-colored glasses. Can't see red flags when you're wearing rose-colored glasses. Rosalie. Okay, I have a very love-hate relationship with Rosalie because her backstory is everything I want. She was so theatrical, so dramatic. I would have done exactly what she did, but also it's kind of annoying that like Bella really wanted to be a vampire, and just because Rosalie didn't like that life, life. She wanted her to not. She was like voting against the whole thing. That's just kind of frustrating. And the way her and Bella only had some kind of reconciliation once Bella got pregnant and there would be a child, and Rosalie was like, oh my god, now you have value to me as a family member because you're going to have a baby that I can play with. That doesn't sit completely right with me, but damn, that backstory, this is very difficult. Okay, I guess it's gonna have to average itself out a little bit, but because of that backstory, I have to say she's low-key crushing it. Okay, there's a Nokia in here. I guess that was the cell phone that was like used in all the movies. We see another one right here. Wait a second, did Edward break the like Nokia flip phone in that one scene in New Moon? Okay, 1 point for Edward, 1 not for Nokia. Is it pronounced Nokia or Nokia? Sorry, I'm like 12. I never had a Nokia. Who's this guy? Was he one of the victims? We don't care about him. Emmett. Okay, this guy has a strange energy about him. Honestly, I don't see how he and Rosalie are a couple, at least in the movies. I'm just not understanding it. I guess you can well, yeah, he's just right in there. I don't really care for Emmett that much. Alice is phenomenal. Her and Carlisle are exactly on the same level. I wouldn't even say which one of them is better. Like, they're both superior. Okay, Jessica, right? Yes. I feel like she had a pretty good vibe about her. She goes above Rosalie. Okay, Bella, not a good protagonist. Not a good protagonist at all. I'm very excited to read Midnight Sun because I just need something that's not her weird internal monologue. Okay, next is Billy. I like him, but also, why is your son like that? Like, did you not raise him how a boy is supposed to be raised? Did you give him any kind of lesson in consent? We're just gonna drag him up here, but he's definitely better than Jasper. Okay, Charlie. Charlie is amazing. He is a fantastic dad. He should have gotten custody long before Bella ever came to Forks, but he is a flawed human character. I think the movie did him clean, I guess, because usually I say the movie did them dirty. The movie did him really clean. Well, not completely, because they did have that scene where Charlie said, good for you, after Jacob said he kissed Bella without asking, and that's just gross, toxic ideals. Like, he was pushing Bella to get with Jacob so bad, and it's like, if she would have gone with Jacob, I would not be here right now. This franchise would not at all have been what it is for me today. So in that sense, he is flawed. However, do I think he should be the main character? Yeah, okay. There's a post about this that originated on like Tumblr or something, where it was like, could you imagine if the book was actually from Charlie's point of view, and it was him realizing that his doctor that the whole town had trusted for so long was a vampire, and his best friend Billy was a werewolf, and he has to like unite with his little rifle to go kill all the bad guy vampires. I'd have lived for that. I'd have absolutely lived for that. I think there's also some stuff in the book that's like Charlie was really relying on Bella to like cook for him when he's like a grown-ass man, but also Bella was really used to that because her mom is an absolute shit show. So flawed, but still an amazing character. Okay, Esme. She's definitely really sweet. I remember the part in the book when Jacob has an interaction with her and she smiles at him and Jacob doesn't understand how stone could have dimples. I think she's really sweet. I don't think she's present enough for her to be like a top tier for me, but like she's above Edward. Who's that guy? Am I supposed to know who that is? That's not the guy who ran his car into her, right? Is it? I think it is. Yeah, buddy, you need to learn how to drive. Okay, Anna Kendrick. I don't know who her character's name is, but oh my god. The fact that like she was made out to be shallow or something when in reality this is just like a normal teenage girl. You know what I mean? When Bella was such an N-log. So she's definitely above Bella. Yeah, she's at the top of the low-key crushing it category. Okay, this is Laurent, isn't it? Oh my god. I feel like Laurent likes to just stir shit a little bit and just kind of like watch things unfold from the sidelines. He doesn't ever really go looking for trouble, but he always kind of just ends up landing himself in it. For example, when he stumbles across Bella and she's completely unsupervised, I guess how you would say it, and he's like, oh, I'll just do the honors of killing you so that it's so much less miserable than when Victoria gets to you. He's all right. I mean, he's above these two. Okay, this guy. Oh my god, this guy. This guy makes me break out in a cold sweat. I hate these kind of guys because they act like they're very nice. You just want them to leave you alone so bad, but they never do, and they never say anything mean to you, but it's just like they will not leave you alone or like ever give up. No, I hate him less than Bella. Me using her as the like, what should go below, what should go above. Okay, he's right in there. Who the fuck is that? Is that Phil? You think I remember what these people actually look like in the movie? I literally just watched it. I just have terrible memory. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's Phil. I don't care for Phil. Okay, this guy guy is the absolutely most amazing character. The starring role, you know, he comes in the very beginning. He's amazing. It's the saddest intro I've ever seen in a movie. First of all, that was not necessary. That was some fuck shit. I would take a bullet for this bitch. First of all, deer is my favorite animal. What a messed up intro, but I gotta say he's got fantastic acting skills. It's so sad. I don't know. I guess we're supposed to view the Cullens as like some superior vampires because they don't eat humans. But like now, can you tell I don't eat animal products? On God though. Best actor in the whole film. The cactus. Okay, first of all, I'm wondering why there's no apple down here. Could you imagine if the front cover of the Twilight book was a cactus? We feel fine about the cactus. It's a pretty nice looking cactus. You know, if I lived in Arizona, I don't think I would be too mad about moving to Washington. After that, would I bring a cactus with me? Would you bring a cactus with you? This is... oh my God, is this that bitch who wouldn't let Edward switch out of biology because Bella was too much of a smell for him? Oh my God. No, we love her. There would be no movie without her. If that's who she is, yeah, I'd take a bullet for her. Force him to stay with his stinky. Are you kidding? Okay, this is that nice little waitress at that diner where, wasn't it the scene where Bella was like putting ketchup on her burger, but like nothing came out? That was the weirdest acting I've ever seen in my life. She did a good job though. Okay, next we have Renee. I hate her. Do I hate Jacob or Renee more? Okay, do I hate Jacob or Renee more? Okay, the thing is, I think an incel boy who's like 16 can definitely grow out of that, but however, a shit mother who's been a shit mother for the past 17 years, there's not a whole lot of coming back from that. Which one is this? These two. God, you think I remember their names? I don't remember these two guys at all. I hate to say it. The Golden Onion. Oh my God. I'm obsessed with the Golden Onion. This guy, hate him. Even worse than incel energy. Even worse than horrible mom energy. This is, I'm pretty sure, the guy who like approached Bella that night when Edward came by in his car and like scooped her up. She was like, you should put your seatbelt on. And he like had the most awkward laugh and was like, you should put your seatbelt on. This movie is so uncomfortable, but also just like amazing. It's just a campy nightmare. Okay, this is the waitress who was like kind of flirting with Edward. I remember this scene very specifically because as I was watching the movie, Bella had eaten like a veggie burger or something, and then at this restaurant she ordered mushroom ravioli. And as I'm watching this unfold on the screen, I was like, wait a second, is Bella vegan and I never knew? But also that leads me to my next point. This movie and book series, whatever you want to call it, could have been made even better if Bella had been a vegetarian or a vegan and she has to like wrestle with this kind of thing and also the desire to become a vampire. And Edward makes this comment where he says, oh yeah, my family and I, we only eat animals, but it's kind of like a human surviving off of just tofu. Could you imagine if Bella was like, I don't know, actually interesting or sassy in any way and would have said like, I eat only fucking tofu? I don't know. Stuff could have been done in such a more interesting way as far as the main character goes. Oh my God, I can't stand Bella. I can't stand her because you've got Jacob over here. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him even more than Bella. However, you know, at least he has the hobbies of wanting to fix cars and he is like a mechanic. Like he has a life outside of being obsessed. And then Edward over here plays the piano, reads books. He's an intellectual, if you will. And Bella, I don't know how to tell you what she likes because I don't know what she likes. Maybe she kind of likes to read, but I feel like literally all she likes is Edward. I feel like that planted a lot of really bad ideas into my head as a child, especially as a girl. Where was I going with that? Anyways, this waitress, she's fine. Who even is this guy? What? Didn't Bella work at some kind of hardware store or something in Forks? Maybe he's the boss. He's fine too. The boot. Oh yes, the boot. The fact that this whole vampire attack thing happened and the Cullen family pretty much just told Charlie like, yeah, she fell down the stairs and out of a window and it was just no questions asked. Is being clumsy a personality trait? I'm trying to think of what Bella likes. Bella likes falling down. I don't know. I guess supposedly there's also a scene in the book Midnight Sun where it discusses how Alice stages this whole thing to make it convincing enough for Charlie and everybody else. Honestly, it really sucks to have a boot on prom day. I sprained my leg in my sleep a while back and I had to do choir concerts in it. It's not a fun time. It's not good at all. And even though I don't like Bella, I like her enough to say we could have done without this. Okay, this guy. Am I supposed to remember which one he is? He's fine. Okay, whose Nokia is this? Next, we've got James. God, that... Where's his sparkle? Where's your skin of a killer? Why does he have that expression on his face? This makes me more uncomfortable than the entire 4-movie franchise having Jacob like completely half naked the entire time. He's so white. Oh my God, when I was a child, I used to put on like glittery body lotion and like look at the way it's shown in the sun and like pretend I was a vampire. This really had a hold on me. James is boring. Better than Bella though. Okay, the truck. Jeez, that freaking truck. The truck is gonna go up there there too. It's above Edward. You know, the truck was a plot device, the way that she was standing next to it and then that car came and almost hit her and Edward had to block it. Next we have Victoria. She was a wonderful villain. I'm really upset about them trading actors. Like after the first movie, what was that? Like you couldn't have someone sign a contract to like fulfill their role. But anyways, she was a good freaking villain. She's gonna go up there, honest to God. Next we have, is that the teacher maybe? He's just gonna get thrown in there. Okay, so this obviously, as I said before, my first Twilight content, there have been a few ideas that I was able to dig into a little in this video. You know, I think we really do need to talk about unpacking Edward's character as a whole, which I'm gonna do in my Midnight Sun vlog. You know, one of the most popular scenes in the Twilight movie of like an example of gaslighting is when Bella says he was standing right next to her and he said, no, I wasn't. Like, you hit your head, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I get it, but at the same time, you know, a lot of the stuff that he does is like toxic, but mostly in the sense of a normal relationship, like the following her around and things like that. It's kind of like she consented to that before any of it even happened. She wasn't mad in the slightest about him climbing into her room and watching her sleep, but I think that's where like those blurred lines can just be really unhealthy because you have young girls watching that and thinking that's completely okay in real life, even though like he's literally a vampire. This is not supposed to be realistic in any way. I think Twilight, you just need to come to it for entertainment, you know? But the gaslighting, oh my God. Yeah, if that was anybody else, but it's like, what's he gonna do? Just tell her straight up, oh yeah, like I'm a vampire. Like he can't do that. The Volturi will kill him. I don't know. I have a weird soft spot for Edward, but I'm conflicted. I'm starting to open my eyes. So if there's anything you guys want to point out about him down in the comments, feel free to. I'm totally open to just analyzing him more as a character and trying to peel back the layers of how impressed I was as a child that he was a pianist, but not an obvious one. That's so obnoxious. What can you do when you're 9? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like. Let me know what other types of videos you guys want to see or like about what kinds of books. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's right here. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, it's right here. And yeah, I will see you all next week for another video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys.